What's up, my VOB niggas, man? What's up, my A1 niggas, man? It's that nigga porno, man. Coming straight up out the deep, putting buses to sleep. We don't do no drive-bys, my nigga, we fucking creep. Tiptoe around the corner, pistol gripping the chrome. If you ain't really about this life, you better stay in your home. I'm kinda loco in the dome, cause I was raised that way. My nigga Daniel always told me, be ready for gunplay. Man, these buses ain't shit, but some motherfucking bitches. Last I heard, Lil E was straight snitching. Now we on a mission, gotta murder a chat. We leave you suckers pissing every one of us strapped. Cause we border brother banging, ain't no playing around. We some straight buster killers and we knocking them down.
Purple bullet right there, though. That just paralyzes you no matter where you get hit.
What we got, we don't play, we don't. The next life ain't nothing to us.
I'm talking about these boy brothers coming up, feel me? They ain't number suckers, feel me? Boy, burn burritos, whatever they is. This is Northern California. They don't come out here banging that shit.
It's 187 on the punk border, bitch. We them young niggas coming through killing shit. It's 187 on the punk border, bitch. We them young niggas coming through killing shit.
It's 187 on the punk border, bitch, and a strap. You know we all strapped. Riding to the deep and back. Trying to catch a nigga slipping cause we caught a nigga hitting up. Thinking he's putting in work. What the fuck, man? What's up, little homie? Let his ass have it. Fuck it. The life of before like magic. My homeboys get active. Ask them niggas how it happened in traffic. We was laughing 6-9 pellet, double lock bucks and 2 slugs. Thought you was hard, your 22 gets no love. My homies, I show love to East 15, to East 15, 38, 36, FBG, NOR, 2FC, UNT, KMT. Last but not least, you can't forget about Mitchell Street. We on the block with heat, waiting for the enemy.
Hey, man, you already know what the business is, man. John the Hitman Diesel, man. Let's go. But before we get going, if you're new to the channel, go and subscribe to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification button, bloop, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm on, you're going to know that I'm on, right? You know what I'm saying? And you can come get some of this real shit, man. Some of this true crime, right? Like, for example, today, I'm going to tell you the first time I went and used one of these things, right? On the app, right? When I went, what the youngsters be saying? We going on a skit, right? Okay, this was a skit, a real skit. My brother had just came home. He had just got jumped by the Norteños, by the Northerners from East 15th, right at Roosevelt. You know, I went to Roosevelt. I did the whole shit. I'm kind of jumping ahead into the whole shit, right? But I'm just talking about this because this is the first time that I really went out there and started building a name for myself, right? And this when everybody caught wind, like, yeah, man, this dude ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? I already went to Calvin Simmons. And then I went to Roosevelt, right? All them 2 schools was nothing but Norteños, right? And I was up in that motherfucker getting down with all of them, you know, getting jumped, you know what I'm saying? Just dealing with the bullshit, right? But we're going to get into that stuff later on. That's why my name is known in Oakland because, like I said, I went to school with all the Northerners, right? And not only that, they see my face a few times. They know it was me that came through like this, right? You know what I'm saying? And thank God I'm free, right? And like I said, I'm just giving you true crime. I'm giving you true crime. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here telling you some bogus ass stories, right? Nah, some real shit, right? So anyhow, back to the shit, right? So, my brother comes home. He just got jumped by East 15th, right? The Norteño gang and the Murder Doves, right? And just to give you an idea what East 15 was and who East 15 was. Look, every last one of them dudes was a known savage, man. Every last dude from East 15 was known for this. So we wasn't going up against any Rudy poop-ass dudes, man. We was going up against killers, man. Straight up. Them dudes from East 15, all of them, especially that little Thomas generation. Little Thomas, little Tony, Crispy Killer, Belong and all them niggas. Oh, man. Twins. That generation right there, there'll never be another generation to outdo that generation of Norteños from East 15 because every last one of them dudes was getting down like this, man. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them niggas from East 15
You know,
dead, though.
and we had our squad too. We had a bunch of them. We had a bunch of them type of dudes on our team too. I was one of them, right? And they knew that, right? So anyhow, I had went to school with these dudes, right? Now we off to the streets now, right? Ain't no more school now. Everybody's chilling with their homeboys in their neighborhoods, and it's all about this now, right? We riding over there, we riding on each other, right? At the flea market, at the movies, at the Lake Mary, at the lake, at the hill, wherever we see each other, it was on site. It didn't matter. It went on for 30 years, right? It kind of slowed down towards the end, right? But I want to say for like the first 15 years, it was on site. Like it was really on site with the Northerners in Oakland, California, right? And there's not too many channels that are talking about the Chicano culture and the Chicano history of everything that went down in Oakland in the 90s, right? Like how everybody knows what happened in LA. Nobody, there's not any channels or any podcasters or any rappers that are telling that Oakland 90s story, right? But we're going to kick it off with this one, though, right? So my brother comes home, right? My brother comes home. Quince jumped him, right? They jumped him, right? On another time, they popped him right here, too. But this time, they jumped him, right? And my brother was able to get away. He ran away, whatever. He comes home. He comes home beat up, right? He comes home beat up. I'm on 3-9 right now. I'm living on 3-9, right? My mom gets at me. She's like, you see what's going on with your brother? You see what you're getting your brother involved in? She started getting at me like that, right? You know, the typical movie shit. Mom's going to get at you about your gang activities, right? About your gang shit, right? So mom's got at me. She smacked me a couple times. I was still a teenager at that time, and you know, I remember shedding a couple tears. You know, my mom slapped me. I'm still a kid, right? I shedded a couple tears, and my brother was crying. You know what I'm saying? He had just got jumped. He was younger than me. I think he was like 11 or 12, right? I said, man, fuck that. That's it. I'm walking over there and I'm busting at all them dudes, right? Fuck that. We already have been going back and forth with the jumping and shit and the fighting and the bullshit and passing by, throwing rocks and throwing bottles and talking hella shit and on some drunk shit. And we already been through all that, right? It's time to turn it up a notch, right? And all them dudes was ready for it too, man. Because all them, like I said before, everybody from that generation was all savages, man. Straight up. Anyhow, so I walk over to 23rd East 15 with my homeboy Gonzo, right? Gonzo was from Mitchell Street, which Mitchell Street at that time, they were, Mitchell Street had died out for about 10 years, right? Then they came back stronger than ever, right? But during the end of Mitchell Street's first run, there was only a couple of dudes lingering, right? Gonzo was one of my friends because I used to date Gonzo's cousin, Tasha, right? Black and Filipino chick, right? Bad little bitch, right? So we were cool, and he used to date.
He was dating Danny
some
Reeves'
broad.
sister.
Her brother was from Quince, so he was beefing with Quince already, right? So we're both beefing with Quince, right? He don't get along with Quince. I'm not getting along with Quince, right? And so we walk over there strapped up, right? We walk over there, we just popped up on them, right? They was over there, they was on the corner playing around like, you know, in their neighborhood, pushing each other around, you know what I'm saying, smoking on cigarettes, smoking on weed, you know what I'm saying, fucking around, clowning around in their neighborhood. I seen them, because I seen them when I pulled up walking. I walked down East 15th. We walked all the way from 3-9. For real. I walked all the way to 27, picked him up, and then we walking. And then we walked down to East 15th, 23rd and East 15th, right? And I was watching them, shaking a little bit, right? And they see me. Once they see me, they all looked at each other. They all started coming my way. As soon as they started coming my way, I pulled out my pistol and gave them a chance to splurge. You know what I'm saying? So once I pulled out the pistol, I didn't immediately start dumping, man. Like you know, I kind of was hesitant. This is my first time using the gun, right? So I pulled it out, and I gave him like a half a second. But Gonzo had pulled his shit out too, and he started busting. So that gave me more motivation to start busting too. So we busting at them, right? Bah, 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 right? Luckily, I don't know, they slipping. They got caught slipping with no pistols, right? It was Garfield was right up the street, man. The elementary school was about 4 blocks up and 2 blocks up, right? Right there on the corner, right? So it wasn't too much gang activity going on, right? But this was clearly in the afternoon, like around 3:30. It was traffic. It was kids walking home from school, stopping at the liquor store, right? When they was out there fucking around. And I went over there. And I started letting loose. Boop, 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 right? And I walked away. And I walked away with Gonzo. I remember shaking his hand and walked away. Didn't even run. Nothing. We just walked away. We walked back to 27 to his house. His neighbor was from Quince, man. His neighbor was from Quince. Right? Crazy shit, right? So anyhow, that was my first time, right? And Thomas was there. Little Tony was there from East 15. A few of them niggas was there. You know what I'm saying? They know this is not, this is some real shit, right? This is some real live gutter shit, right? And from then on, it's been like this with them, right? Like, them motherfuckers damn near threw me in the trunk one time, right? They chased me down. And they caught me. They caught me. And they was getting ready to throw me in the trunk, nigga. For real. Real shit. That type of shit, nigga. That was when I was first getting started when I was a kid, right? I was a baby, nigga. I was like 10, 11, right? But yeah, man. That was the first time I used the gun. But let me tell you something, man. The reason why I'm saying this is because look, when I was on my way to go do this, I was so focused on the fact that I was gonna go over there and pull the trigger, and I was like, hey, I'm about to go scare these motherfuckers, right? That's what I remember saying. I didn't go over there thinking, yeah, I'm about to kill one of these motherfuckers. I really wasn't. I wasn't going over there with that mentality that I'm ready to kill somebody. This is a game to me, right? I got a pistol in my hand. I'm about to go pop these fools. Killing somebody and doing life in prison was the last thing on my mind. Straight up. And that be the problem, that we don't think about what if this happens, right? So I went over there. I could be barely getting out today. I could probably just recently be getting released had I killed somebody that day. Because more than likely I would have got caught. You know what I'm saying? I was a young and dumb. And even after that, I went on a bunch of these, right? To build my name, right? To build my rep in the town, right? So what I'm saying is, so when I was on my way over there, getting caught or hitting somebody, killing somebody was the last thing on my mind, right? So you youngsters nowadays, right, that be having this YouTube beef and shit, right? Because nobody wants to be humiliated on YouTube, right? Especially these young motherfuckers, right? And these motherfuckers are willing to go let the world know that, look, I ain't no sucker, and are willing to go catch a case on camera. A lot of y'all are like that. A lot of y'all are gang banging online, throwing gang signs and okay, you're doing the rap shit. Okay, that's all fine, then that's all cool, right? You know, nothing against the rappers, right? I'm talking about these motherfuckers that's willing to go catch one, right? You're gonna find yourself in a position, right, that you don't want to be in, right? Because once they slap them handcuffs on you, and they charge you with that one charge, that 187, when they charge you with that, you can kick, scream, punch, you can beg, you can pray to God and all the saints. You're not going home. You ain't got no bail. And if the bail is so high, you ain't got enough money. You ain't got no money to bail out on $1 million bail. Because usually when they do give you bail, They'll put it like a $500,000 or $1 million. I had a $500,000 bill, and I bailed out, nigga. I was out on bail on a 3-striker, straight up. And then AJ's bail bonds in Modesto, man. Man, if you from Modesto, you know about that bail bond, those sneaky motherfuckers, man. Yeah, AJ's bail bonds, man. Yeah, they got me. But back to the shit, right? So, listen. You're going to go do a jale, and you're going to regret it. Trust me. I'm guaranteed you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. You're going to be like, damn, I should have went another route about this. I should have been trying to impress my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? I should have been trying to prove something to that bitch, right? Because a lot of you motherfuckers will go down over a bitch, man. I already know. The other day, I got into it with some dude. The bitch called me, right? The bitch called me. She called me. She's like, hey, come here. Right? And I went over there. And then her dude came out. Straight up. I'm going to drop that video next, man. Her dude came out, like, tripping and shit. Like, why you got your bitch, why you got your camera all on my bitch? Like, nigga, she the one that called me. Nigga, what the fuck? And he was like, oh, my bad and everything. But I was like, yeah, I should have just let it go. But I kept barking, too, because I just didn't like the way how he came at me about me putting the camera in the bitch's face when she's the one that called me. I learned how to be a gangster from hanging out with him, man. Juanito, nigga, that nigga was a rider, bro. You know what I'm saying? When we fell out, hey, what's going on? What we got going on? Where we at right here?
She's starting on 38.
Yeah, 38, 39. Beating gas? Town shit, huh? What you mean? What you mean?
You got your video camera over my face, dog.
Oh, she's the one that called me? Shit. She the one that called me, nigga.
My bad, G.
Yeah, you better my bad, nigga. You in my hood, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you, boy?
Ain't no second.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's another story for another day, right? So, yeah, because I don't be out there looking for beef, man. I'm not out there trying to catch a case. I'm not out there trying to pop nobody, man. Nah.
Still no
You know what I'm saying?
shit, though.
You know, I'm too old for that, right? I'm doing content, right? I'm trying to get, bring y'all whatever I can. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? John Diesel, man. 3900 zone, man. I'm gone.